All right, welcome back. So we're gonna talk how to move from 0 to 4 UTR. This not happen one day to another one. It take time. Mostly of the players that we have in high school or entering into varsity tennis, they didn't start yesterday. It took a few years to make it happen, or some players they transitioning faster because they play more tennis. So the way that we're gonna do that from 0 to 4 is just simple play regularly. So you have to play matches. You have to have a plan. And I tell you in the video before, I told you try to get to the 20 matches and let's go from there. I always am gonna keep repeating this. It's not the same a player who play 20 matches, a player who play 40 matches, and a player who play 120 matches a year. So that's the actual measurement. The numbers never lie. So saying that, the way that you wanna always upgrade is competing players. You need to win against player who has a higher UTR. But when you go to this competition, don't be that parent who said, "Oh, put my kid with a high UTR." The only way that your kid or your child is gonna do this is gonna earn that position is just you have to play frequently, or automatically they're gonna put you with higher UTR players to match him up. As soon as he wins to a higher UTR, he is gonna get his number upgraded. If your kid is losing that a lower UTR, and you're gonna say that, oh, my kid shouldn't win, I don't think so. Maybe your child is not winning to a high UTR, you need more practice. So I acknowledge that too. Perform consistently, regardless of the outcome. Just focus on don't focus on the score. Let's focus on the performance, and we're gonna bring that data to your coaches, and we're gonna work with your coaches, or you're gonna work with your coaches to fix that part that are missing. Secure as many games as possible. That's the way that the algorithm works. So as many games that you play more, that helps to boost the number up. How also is gonna determine, how better it's gonna get, because your player will need to get skills better. So first, you need to play more tennis. If you wanna do it once a week, it's not enough when you start to play matches. Or 2 times a week, it's not even, because you have to have the practice of your sessions, the practice matches, and the what I call it professional matches. That is meaning these certified matches. That's how you're gonna get there. But it's like the school. When you're gonna have a test, you have to study, and then you need to repeat it a few times. So you are rehearsal for the test or the SITs or the same. You rehearsal test before you actually taking the test. The tennis matches are the test. How can I get better? Practicing before. All right, and he needs to get better in the skill setup. So serve and return, the physical part, the physical fitness, off-court training, consistency in rallies. That's gonna be key to get to 0 to 4. So practically, you need to play a lot of tennis. If you don't play a lot of tennis, you get what you give. Set realistic goals. So saying that, if your child is not playing too many practices during the week, but you have the practice, you acknowledge that you know your limitation as well. If you want to push a little more, I suggest you take more lessons, make more notes, and get into it. If you want to, don't expect to have a 4 UTR if you're not doing what is needed. I giving you, here a playbook. This is what you need to do in order to scale. And seek coaching and feedback. This is key. So it's important that the player make notes after the match. Sometimes, when they lose, if you are blocked and it's difficult to get notes, but if you're watching the match, you can actually make notes. Maybe the serve, or you make a lot of double faults. Do you see he's rushing in points? Maybe he's not playing good closing, or how to set it up the points. So you need to bring all that information, as I said before, to your coaches week by week. Tennis is a process. It takes time to actually boost this. I would say you're gonna get 1 point a year if you play consistently. You can move it faster only if you play a lot of matches. Analyze your matches. The best way to analyze your matches is recording them. Sometimes you can record, some places have play site from the top. You can pay extra for that, and you can get all that data. You sit down with your kid and or your child in the table, and you analyze that information. If you don't know how to do it, that's the reason you have a coach, or you bring it to the coach. The coach is nice. I'm gonna pay extra time analyzing your match, or you have to pay for it. That's how it works. You're gonna review, and you're gonna have a full review and scope of the match. This year, some of our players winning some tournaments, UTRs, and little more. And I give you a bonus track here: how to win more matches. When you're starting to do it, do practice matches. A lot of people do practice session with the coach, but they don't do practice matches. You have to practice, like I say, this rehearsal test before the actual match. Sometimes because the lack of court is difficult, so maybe you can suggest you to make, as a parent, some contact with another parents and play random people, like my father used to do during the weekends. Put me to play elder people, in order to get more confidence. I used to be super mad because I loosened to against the people, to these moonball players, people who push the ball. And the way that we rehearsal that is playing a lot of moonballs till I decode how to beat them. So the order to win more matches, you need to win 70% of your practice matches. Make sense? 70% of your practice matches in order to boost and win more UTR matches or USTA matches. The Pareto law: spend 80% of your time focusing on your strengths and knowing what you are bad at it. Some coaches, focusing more in develop what is missing. I always like to say that you need to focus 80% on what you're good at. If your forehand is from all the positions, I'm gonna boost that strategy. I'm gonna push on that because you're gonna give you more confidence. So use the Pareto law: 80% on what you're good at, 20% just leave it there. It just focus on what you need at first, and then you can, of course, work an extra time in develop skills that you don't have. Maybe a drop shot, a slicer at the beginning. We're talking again back to 0 to 4 UTR. Visualize before matches. So the day before, see how you feel inside to the court. You get prepared. The preparation part before the match is very important. It's gonna keep you focused for the task. If you are not focused the hours or the day before, it's gonna be difficult. You have to see yourself, how you see yourself on that court. Don't try to jump to a match before, I don't know, to a birthday party. The preparation of the match start the day before. All right, that is it. That is all. The next video we're gonna talk about USTA matches and UTR matches. Which one are the best, or how it works to combine both. Thank you.